So our last data set is the polling data, and I don't think we really have that much that we need to do here. We already did the hard part of pulling out the approval and disapproval numbers from the answers column where it was being stored as a property of an object. So let's just go ahead and toss up a scatter plot of this data. So let me reload it, make sure that I have everything here. So reload, and those prints work. Let's simplify the poll data and filter it. Good, so we have our approval and disapproval. Now I'm going to do this as two separate plots. I'm going to plot the approval numbers first as a scatter plot, and then I'm going to plot the disapproval numbers as a scatter plot. And for both of those scatters, we're going to be using the start date on the x-axis. So we need that to be the index. So let's do selected.set index start date. And let's go ahead and make a figure and set the size of the figure first. So plt.figure, fig size, and I've been using 10 by 6, so let's keep with that, and 96 dpi. And then, so now we have the right index, and we're going to plot the, or actually, no, we're talking about a scatter plot, so I don't need to set the index. So what I do need is plot.scatter, and then I need an x dimension, so that will be selected sub actually start date. Yeah, so start date is the x dimension, and the y dimension is selected sub approve. So that's the first trend, and then the second trend is going to be disapprove. So let's take a look at what that gives us. Okay, and so you can see that, and let me attach a legend to this as well. So the first thing that we plotted was approve, and the second thing that we plotted was disapprove. Okay, so we see that over the period of February 2021, January 2021, up through November of 2021, Biden's approval numbers have fallen and are currently around 43-44%, give or take. And his disapproval numbers have risen up to about just right around 50%. So he's a little bit underwater, but we'll see how that continues to go. And then if we want to fix the markers a little bit, let's go ahead and change the size to 5 here. And then replot. And another thing you can do is you can actually use the sample size for the poll in order to affect the marker size. So let's go ahead and look at that. So the sample size here is the sample size column, and let's include that. And so here we're going to do start date, approve, disapprove, and also sample size. And then here, the way this works is you basically specify the size, and then let's do that. So this is going to be selected sub sample size, and same thing here. And then we'll probably have to make it a fraction of that. It'll probably be way too big. Yeah, so that's way too big. So let's divide that by 100, say, just to see. And this is based on, most of these polls look to be about 1,000. Yeah, well, 1,000 up to 15,000, give or take. And so if you divide it by 100, 1,000 would be a marker size of 10. I think that's probably still going to be a little too big. That's pretty close, though. Yeah. So maybe just do 200. Okay. And so we see that there's one recurring pretty large poll. Probably that one that we saw that had 15,000 in it. And who is that? Let's see who that is. So it's a morning consult. Yeah, so the morning consult poll is about 10,000 or 15,000 people. Just the news poll, RMG research for just the news, morning consult, and most of the rest of these are in the 1,000 or 2,000 range. Okay, so that's it for analysis this week. Next week we'll look at exploring graphing some more with Matplotlib and Seaborn.